If you told me right now I could only keep 3 guns for everything, survival, defense, hunting, the whole deal, I know exactly what's staying in my safe. And in 2025, with how crazy the world's gotten, you better believe every choice counts. What's up, everyone? This is Scott from Line 45, and today, I'm going to introduce you to the 3 guns I'd trust my life to if everything else had to go. No second chances, no do-overs. Just cold, hard choices for a world that ain't getting any softer. Before anything else, let me do this quick plug. Hit the like and subscribe buttons, all the buttons that you can see below. Don't forget to leave a comment, too. I know it feels like a hassle, but those things help my channel a lot. Now let's get back to the good stuff. BCM Rec16. I'll be straight with you. I've burned through more ARs than I care to admit, and while a lot of them looked pretty on a bench, not many of them earned my trust when the gun got hot, dirty, and banged around. But the BCM Rec16? That thing is built differently. If you told me I could only have 3 guns rolling into 2025, there's no way I'm leaving it behind. The Rec16 is the kind of rifle you buy when you're done playing games. It's a 5.56 NATO rifle built off the classic direct impingement system, but every single part feels like it's made to survive a war, not just a weekend range trip. It's got a 16-inch government profile barrel made from 11,595E certified mil-spec steel, chrome-lined and button-rifled, not some bargain bin junk. BCM coats it in a proper manganese phosphate finish over that chrome, so you're talking real corrosion resistance, not just wishful thinking. You can drag it through mud, sand, pouring rain, whatever, that barrel shrugs it off. And if you go the cold hammer-forged route, you're getting an even tougher pipe that'll eat tens of thousands of rounds without blinking. The mid-length gas system is the operating system of the Rec16. It runs softer, beats the bolt less, and keeps the rifle chugging when you're a few mags deep and sweating your ass off. Recoil feels like a shove instead of a snap, and you notice it when you're hammering doubles at 50 yards or running fast transitions. The rail is BCM's MCMR free-float M-Lock handguard. It's slim, lightweight, and locked down so solid it feels like part of the barrel. You can hang a light, sling it up, throw on a pressure switch. Nothing flexes, nothing rattles. No iron sights out of the box either, and that's good. They know you're throwing a real optic on there, like an aim point, EOTech, or LPVO. Internals are just as serious. The BCG is high-pressure tested, magnetic particle inspected, shot-peened, and the gas keys staked as they meant it. The charging handle is BMC's Gunfighter Mod 4 or Mod 3, beefed up with an extended latch you can yank with gloves or wet hands without a second thought. The fit and finish on my Rec16 were tighter than a drum when I first cracked the box, and after a few thousand rounds, it's still running slick. No rattles, no drama. It's light enough to patrol all day and accurate enough to slap steel out past 500 if you do your part. If I'm stuck picking 3 guns to ride the storm in 2025, the BCM Rec16 is sitting right next to me, loaded, lubed, and ready to get loud. Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS. You spend enough time running different pistols, some fancy, some basic, and eventually, you realize there's a reason the Glock 19 keeps showing up year after year, like a bad penny you're actually glad to find. I've dragged mine through training classes, tossed it into muddy truck beds, stuffed it in holsters under thick winter coats, and just plain beat the hell out of it. That's why when you tell me 3 guns only, the Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS doesn't even make me blink. It's a no-brainer. This thing is the blueprint for what a fighting pistol ought to be. It's compact without being tiny, 7.28 inches overall, with a 4.02-inch marksman barrel that ain't just some minimal improvement. I've watched this thing punch clean stupidly tight groups with plain old ball ammo out to 25 yards. That GMB barrel has enhanced polygonal rifling and a slightly better crown, and you feel it when you're pushing for accuracy past the quote-unquote bad breath distances. And it's built right. That tough-ass NDLC finish on the slide, and barrel means rain, sweat, and dirt just brushed right off. I've had it caked in dust from running drills in 100-degree heat, and it kept cycling like nothing happened. The Gen 5 frame changes matter too. No more dumb finger grooves, just a grip that fits more hands better. Glock's modular backstrap setup lets you tweak it if you need to, but honestly, bone stock fits damn near perfectly. And Glock finally listened and gave us a subtle magwell flare, helping those reloads slide home faster when you're sucking wind and seeing double after a hard run. The MOS cut is where this thing really earns its keep in 2025. Red dots ain't just nice to have anymore, they're standard gear. Being able to slap on a Holosun 507C or a Trijicon RMR without sending your slide out to some shop is a game changer. Some versions even ship with Ameriglow bold steel sights, not the flimsy plastic junk. But even if you gotta upgrade them yourself, you're working with a platform that's ready to run iron sights or glass right out of the box. The trigger is still Glock, but it's cleaner than Gen 4's, crisp break, short reset, and no gritty drag. And the ambidextrous slide stop is not just for lefties. It helps when you're practicing support hand-only drills, and trust me, someday you might be glad it's there. At the end of the day, the parts, mags, and holsters for the Glock 19 are just everywhere. Do you break it? You fix it. Did you lose it? You find another. It's not sexy. It's not exotic. It's just that one ugly, stubborn, tough-as-nails gun that always shows up ready to fight. And in 2025, that's exactly the kind of backup you want riding with you. Beretta A300 Ultima Patrol. There are shotguns you buy to look cool in the safe, and then there are shotguns you buy because you know someday you might have to bet your life on one. The Beretta A300 Ultima Patrol belongs to the second kind. If you're telling me I only get 3 guns in 2025, there's no way this thing ain't riding with me. First time I picked one up, it just felt right. Like it was made by people who actually use shotguns, not just design them on a computer. The A300 Ultima Patrol runs Beretta's gas-operated system, same bloodline as the A400 series, only tuned a little tougher and a little simpler for dirty, hard use. It's a self-cleaning setup too, meaning you can run this thing filthy, mud, sand, rain, and it still keeps throwing shells. That 19.1-inch chrome-lined barrel hits that sweet spot, compact enough to swing fast in tight spaces, but long enough to reach out with slugs if you've got to smoke something at 75 yards. The factory 7+1 capacity ain't just a bonus, it's a damn necessity. 7 in the tube, 1 in the pipe, no extra extensions needed, and at about 7.1 pounds unloaded, it has got just enough meat to soak up recoil without feeling like you're dragging an anchor around all day. Controls are built for real-world hands. Beretta didn't screw around. They gave it an oversized charging handle and bolt release, big enough that even with gloves or shaky hands, you can rack and smack without fumbling. They even thought ahead and bolted a Picatinny rail right onto the receiver so you can slap on a red dot without playing kitchen table gunsmith. And the stock has a smart design. They raised the comb height so that when you mount an optic, your eye lines up naturally without turkey-necking your head around like you do on Grandpa's duck gun. The furniture is all business too. Aggressive texturing on the grip and forend keeps it locked in your hands even if you're dripping sweat or blood. Molded sling attachment points are ready to rock. No drilling or duct taping nonsense. And that gas system tames even heavy buckshot loads like a champ. Slugs, 00 buck, whatever. Follow-up shots stay fast and flat without you feeling like your shoulder's getting jackhammered. This ain't a shotgun for Instagram likes. It's a shotgun for stacking meat, holding a hallway, or guarding what's yours when nobody else is coming. If I'm rolling through 2025 with just 3 guns, you better believe the Beretta A300 Ultima Patrol is going to be riding shotgun, because when the gloves come off, I'm not betting my life on anything less. When you've lived with your guns, trained with them, dragged them through the mud, felt them bark back in your hands when the world wasn't being polite, you start to get real clear on what matters. Trust, survival, readiness. That's it. No trophies, no mall ninja flash, just tools that work when you're cold, tired, scared, and the only thing between you and whatever's coming is what's in your hands. I didn't pick the Glock 19 Gen 5 MOS, the BCM Rec16, and the Beretta A300 Ultima Patrol because they're flashy. I picked them because they flat out run when everything else might quit. 3 guns that won't flinch when it gets ugly. That's the kind of insurance you can't buy once it's too late.